But I'm going to tell you something. I didn't tell you on the camera. I'm not going to stop enforcing the illegal immigration laws. I waited for 1070. When we come across anybody here illegal, they're going to jail. We're not going to turn them over to ICE.
Has your husband ever committed any crime?
My husband is not criminal.
He's a human.
Management cooperates all the time. I'm sure they do on this one too. I've never shown. She's like right here. Too shy of 70, right?
That's right. She qualifies now to become a citizen. She's been a legal permanent resident for 5 years or more. So she qualifies now, and that's what she was waiting for. She says, I was going to apply for citizenship, and as soon as I was sworn in, I was going to go ahead and petition for my husband, and look what happens.
We went in there looking for 10 suspects. We've arrested 3 so far, and now we're sending our deputies out to locate the other 7 that may be in certain residences. So we have a good case. We're going to continue to crack down on this situation in all aspects of the immigration laws.
Has your husband ever committed any crime?
My husband is not criminal. He's a human. And he's not criminal. The people is not criminal. Not every people is criminal.
Sheriff, can you explain how this kind of goes down? The folks that were inside were telling us you asked for ID from everybody. A few people didn't have it. The ones that looked Hispanic got arrested. The ones that looked not Hispanic did not get arrested. Can you tell us the process?
The process is we know who the suspects are by name. We check the names with the DES and also compare with the Social Security and the records in the business. That's why we have the search warrant to retrieve records.
It depends on who you ask and how this is defined, whether it's fraud or whether it's identity theft or whether it's and how it was used. I mean, someone can say fraud when they just make up a Social Security number on an application.
Did you ever think something like this was going to happen? Were you worried?
Yeah, I'm sad.
You're racist. So your laws, you make up.
When you saw other businesses in this state being raided like this, were you concerned that this might happen to your husband?
Yeah.
Did you ever talk about it, or what was said? What was said about what would happen?
We were worried about this, and we thinking move in another state or something changed.
Had you guys started a process maybe to get him legal paperwork to stay in the country and work? Had you guys done anything to help your family be here legally?
I tried, but I don't know what I can do.
This is very easy operation. We didn't have tanks and everything else going in there. We did it very professionally, not to hurt the business.
Were there in fact Anglo-looking people who did not have identification that were employees that did not get cuffed, and can you explain the process of that?
Well, the process is, once again, to check people and then compare the Social Security or other identification to see if that ID is fraud or they're part of this situation that we've been investigating. So we did prove that there's 3 so far, and we'll continue to follow through with the investigation.
But if somebody didn't have an ID, how did you know they were not one of the 7?
If someone did not have an ID?
Right. We were told that there were 3 people that looked Anglo that did not have identification. How do you know that one of those 3 is not one of the 7 suspects?
Because I'm telling you, our intelligence, we had the names. I'm not going to get out the names. We know their ethnic background because we have an inside source that gave us all the details on who they are.
Given Rick Romney's stance on enforcing the civil sanctions, is that an avenue you're going to pursue, or will you not?
I don't care what he does. We've been doing it for 2-3 years, very successful. If he doesn't want to enforce that law or the human smuggling law, he's
that's your problem. You don't care what people say.
New 1070. That's his problem.